All right, guys, we're back at it, man. We're gonna get into this clip of Anna Kasparian from the Young Turks, guys. So she lays the smackdown on this Emily Schroeder chick and like some other guy, Piers Morgan. As Piers Morgan has become a little bit more humane, can we say that he's become a little bit more humane because he was animalistic when he initially started. He was saying some very shady stuff, but now he's like, yeah, they're actually starving these people. Ha ha ha. Sick bastard. Nah, I'm just playing, man. Shout out to Piers. He's actually putting a lot of great people on there who most of these other mainstream media outlets are not necessarily platforming. So, but I'm glad he came around. Let's get into this clip here of Anna Kasparian laying the smackdown on the Zio lobby, the Zio shills.
I have to
Let's
get this
into
out,
it.
okay? You want to talk about how Greta Thunberg got involved in some sort of, political theater, whatever. I don't care what anyone thinks about Greta Thunberg. I see that as a distraction. What it's distracting from is the fact that IDF soldiers are intentionally shooting at and killing desperate Palestinians as they're trying to get humanitarian aid from this Israeli-backed organization, which, of course, is able to even exist because they defamed UNRWA. They starved Palestinians for months. Shut up. They've starved Palestinians for months. And then, as the Palestinians are desperate for food, they lure them in with this Gaza Humanitarian Foundation and shoot at them. Upward of 200 people since late May have been shot at and killed by Israeli soldiers. Do not forget
That's
that.
facts.
That's the heart of this story.
All
and
right.
let's not forget about the 232
do not forget that
journalists
Anna's lying.
in Gaza
That's not
that
true.
have been slaughtered
has been
by the
shooting them.
IDF.
The Gaza Humanitarian
You're
Foundation
disgusting. You're
even confirmed
disgusting.
it was
You people
Hamas.
disgust me.
They confirmed
There's
it was
no
Hamas.
humanity
And the
with
only
people
thing
like you,
disgusting
Emily.
here
No
is the person
humanity.
who is intentionally
None.
lying and
None.
blaming the
Shut up.
IDF.
I can't
when
even
the
handle your
IDF is the
voice.
one
It
who is
disgusts
assuring
me.
that there's
Disgusts
humanitarian
me.
aid.
I'm an Armenian.
There are 11
I know genocide when I
meals
see it.
that have been
you
distributed
are a
already.
defender
11
of
million
genocide. You
by
are a
the
genocider
Gaza
and a defender of
Humanitarian
genocide.
Foundation.
You're disgusting. Disgusting.
I know you don't like facts,
Disgusting.
Anna, but this is the reality.
Disgusting.
The
You're
only
disgusting.
person.
All right, guys. So we had a cat fight there, guys. But look, man, what she's saying is true. By the way, guys, and you guys should remember this like fact because a lot of people will tend to forget. The Israeli Defense Forces actually broke a world record, right? So they killed the most amount of journalists in any conflict throughout history. Most amount of journalists throughout any conflict throughout history because the journalists were essentially. We got to shout out this people, man. I swear to God, these people should be honored with there should be have statues of these individuals built in every city in the world, because that's, I mean, they were the ones who were exposing the international war crimes, the several thousand war crimes that are being committed there on a daily basis, and now, luckily, because we have the internet, there's no way of dirtying that up. We're always going to see these, it's not 1956 or 47, whatever the fuck, where motherfuckers would do some crazy shit like that, and people wouldn't remember like how the USS Liberty got buried and stuff, and like, oh, let's try to hide it from the public. Well, you can't do that anymore, man. We're all connected via the internet. So whether you like it or not, that'll always be something that people could reference and see the disgusting war crimes that have been committed. The most amount of journalists that have ever been killed in any conflict, guys. Think about that. What a terrible, disgusting thing, and now this isn't something anymore that people could hide. They go and commit a crime and people don't see about it. There's no, it's not being shared or circulated in the media, or it's being shadow banned or censored. No, we have several platforms now. People are always going to be seeing these footage of these sick and horrific, disgusting crimes of mutilated bodies. These sick motherfuckers are shooting little kids. Like, what kind of shit is that? But now, luckily, because these journalists risk their lives, they're more honorable than any of these losers
Palestinians are desperate.
in the Pentagon, right? And they were, because of their work and their sacrifices, we're able to actually see what a genocide looks like, because we've heard of so many that have occurred previously. We've seen obviously the Armenian genocide, and there was a situation in Serbia or Eastern Europe, if I'm not mistaken, and there were so many. And genocide scholars are coming out saying like, yeah, this is ethnic cleansing and genocide. This is like obviously this is like, there's no way of refuting that, right? So shout out to her, man. Shout out to her for putting her in her place, because that other chick runs around. She's a shill. She's runs around saying a bunch of lies and shit like that all over social media. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, man. Peace.